Hey Troy Warriors, my name is Sophia.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Miss Gillespie.
And I'm Emily.
And this is
Troy Girls Talk.
Today we have Miss Gillespie joining us.
Yes, I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
So this episode, we just want to wrap up our year. It's ending very quickly. I think it went by really quick. I feel like I've had a lot of things that have happened this year, but I feel like I blinked and now we're in May.
I know. I saw this video. It was like the days are long, but the year is short. And
Yes.
that's a good way to
They say that about parenting too. It's like you blink and all of a sudden, I have a 2.5-year-old who's like a 16-year-old, so personality-wise. But yeah, I would agree. Long, long days, a very short year.
Yeah, I know.
How would you describe like your classes this year? Because you have a different perspective as a high school teacher.
Yeah.
So this year I was piloting a new curriculum for the English department. Common Lit is the one we landed on, but I was piloting 2 different curriculums. And so that was something new I'd never done before, which I enjoyed. It was a lot of different kind of work. But I don't like to keep my curriculum the same every year. And so I enjoyed that aspect of it, but it also it really felt like the year flew by, and I didn't get to do a lot of stuff I enjoy doing as much because I was piloting. It's a great curriculum, but there's little assignments I'm like, I ran out of time for that. So like we're doing a children's book project in my classes, and we're like rushing to get it done, which I usually have at least one more week than I do this year.
That's us with Catcher in the Rye. I have Miss Lutz, and she was saying that too, that usually she always has a bunch of art projects. And
Yeah.
She was saying like from this year with the curriculum, like she hasn't done any. So this, I think, Catcher project, we're making an album for Holden Caulfield. I think that's the first art project we did besides Gatsby. We did like a shirt design.
She was telling me about that. Yeah, Miss Lutz is, I mean, you can tell by the way she dresses, she's very creative. She's just like a wonderful human who's super creative and has all these fun things to do. So we've talked about that. It was a little bit
Yeah, it's so cool. I
sad.
feel like that's like her like energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like her
creativity.
classroom is so just beautifully decorated.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
so
you
cozy.
But she is. It's beautifully decorated.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite teachers. I love.
For sure.
Do you have her this year?
Yeah.
Or okay, you too.
It's
Yeah.
the second year I've had her. I had her.
You had freshman year?
Freshman year?
Yeah. So I've gotten, like, obviously I've known her, I'm finishing my 9th year, I believe. So I've known her for a long time, but this year we're teaching the same classes.
Yeah.
English 1 honors, English 3 honors. So it's been a lot more collaboration, and I love that kind of stuff. And she's like a phenomenal teacher. I always tell my kids, if I was a high schooler, I would want Miss Lutz as my English teacher.
Yeah.
But it's been,
Another question for you. As a teacher, my dad was a teacher, so I would ask him this question too. That's very cool that you like to change your curriculum, and that takes a lot of effort too. I don't know if people see that, but that's different things, and I think that's great that you do that for yourself also. How does it feel coming back every year? Like when it gets repetitive, and if there's ever burnout.
Yes.
Like how is
There's a lot of burnout.
Yeah.
That is why I changed my curriculum, because I get the like redundancy gets overwhelming for me, and I give new writing prompts every year too.
Oh.
And so I'm a writer, so I love that, and I always write an example, like an exemplar for my students or write with my students, and so every year I'm writing something new, and I just love that. It makes it more engaging. And like I said, we're doing our children's book project, and so this year I wrote a new short story and did the artwork for it and published it on Amazon, and so my copy's coming today. Actually, I'm very excited. Yeah, so that's super fun because I just love doing all that and I'm a nerd. And I'm like a total nerd. So my literary analysis of William Faulkner's A Rose for Emily, I printed out copies and shared it with some of the English teachers. And I'm like, read this analysis if you want. I'm really proud of it. And so I've never stopped loving school, but it's not school that I love. It's, for me, it is really the like critical thinking and the writing component.
Yeah.
And so whenever I can bring that into my school year and into my classes, I just really enjoy it. This year, I completely changed how I grade.
Oh, wow.
Like, completely changed the types of assignments I give. I'm trying to, there's a trend in education, if you care to hear about it, but grading for mastery of the standards versus like busy work.
Yeah.
And so and I'm not saying things in the past used to be busy work. I'm just saying that I have to be really intentional of like, I'm not just gonna assign something just because it has to be tied to a standard. That's like my new rule. Like it has to be tied to a Common Core state standard, and I have to grade it on a 1 to 4 scale.
Yeah.
4 is mastery. And I know you guys had that in the first semester, right?
I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. and that's true, because it's like, as teachers, we're still experimenting with a lot of things, and that's something we have to remember, because for you guys, this is a huge part of your life. For us, it is too. It's our work.
Yeah.
And so this takes up, I see my kids here more than I see my kids sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
True.
And so it's a big part of my life, but I'm also like, it's the practice of teaching is what we call it, because you never stop practicing. Like you never get mastery of it. And so me as a teacher, I'm always like, okay, how can I meet my standards for myself and even try to exceed them?
Yeah.
And adjust and change. And so that's why coming back every year is daunting. And at the end of the school year, I definitely need a summer
Yeah.
vacation.
That's what I love about
Yeah.
teaching. Like,
But
Summer vacation is coming up.
yeah.
But first, we have to get through finals
Yes.
next week.
Almost done. I only have one. I only have a math final.
Oh,
what?
Really?
that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Because I retook APUSH earlier this week. And then Miss Lutz, our final is a project. Which I'm
The
almost
Holden
Right,
one,
yeah.
the art one, yeah, the music.
Any
Yeah.
plans? Summer plans?
I'm going to Hawaii. Well, first I have my
Really?
sister's, first I have my sister's quinceañera, and then we have our cousin's quinceañera in Seattle.
Wow.
So we're going to Seattle first. She lives in Seattle. We're not traveling.
Right, like
she's
a destination quinceañera.
Yeah, no, she lives in Seattle. And then we're going to Hawaii
How long?
for, I think, a little over a week. We're going to be in Oahu. I love
that's
Hawaii.
so-
I have
So
just
I always
like
wanted to go.
trying to picture it. So this is a silly question, but are you flying from Seattle to Hawaii?
Yeah.
Or okay.
No, we're not like going like,
Yeah.
at least I don't think so. Yeah, we're going
Like
straight.
back-to-back trips.
Yeah, it's back to back.
Okay.
And I'm very excited. Hawaii is one of my favorite vacation destinations. It's
That was
just
going to be
really
my next
chill.
question. Have you been there?
Yeah, I went there a lot when I was younger. And for my sister, because her birthday's June 8th, she always gets lucky. So we're always somewhere
Oh my gosh, yes.
on her birthday.
Oh,
I'm going to be in Texas on my birthday because we have another quinceañera.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to be in El Paso.
family
It's not
everywhere.
even like,
Oh.
yeah. But
That's fun though.
Yeah, I'm going to Romania for a month this summer, which I'm super
is-
excited about.
is so fun.
I've only gone there once before, so it's like kind of still new to me. But we still don't really know. We don't really have a plan of exactly where we're going. We want to go to Romania for like 2 weeks and then maybe go to Italy or Switzerland like around there
Yeah.
since we're already in Europe. But we literally have not planned anything. Like
Does
seriously.
that stress you out?
No, for me, I'm kind of more go with the flow. Actually, I really want to travel when I'm older and like not really have a plan, just like, I don't know,
Go with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
backpacking, you know?
Yeah.
I really want to do that. But my family's not like that, so it surprises me that we haven't really planned anything. It's just we've been so busy, you know?
Yeah.
And with school too and studying and everything, it's just, you know.
Yeah, May's
Yeah.
too busy to plan anything.
what about you, Emily?
In July, I'm going on a cruise
Ooh.
for 8 days.
Where are you
Eight-day
going?
cruise.
To where?
It goes to 4 parts of Mexico: Mazatlan, La Paz, Puerto Vallarta, and Cabo.
Oh,
Puerto.
yeah.
Nice.
They're really fun. But what's scary is like at night.
On
It's really scary.
like-
On the on the boat.
on the water.
Yeah.
Why?
So because it's so dark.
Like all around you, you look out, it's just black.
no,
like,
I know.
like
I've been on a
it. It's
cruise before,
scary.
but I mean,
But,
you're
like-
just asleep.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like when you go out and like look out into the water, it's eerie.
Yeah.
Because
Like what happens if like Titanic, like out here,
No,
like
when I was on a cruise, probably 5 years ago or something, my dad, sister, and I are all heavy sleepers, and my mom is the lightest sleeper ever. And apparently we were going through a storm, or we were trying to avoid a storm, and my mom was freaked out. She started like praying, and because she couldn't go to sleep, and the boat was just rocking.
Oh my
And so she was like, what if we just die?
It's so scary.
So
I slept.
I don't, you said it's July, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not hurricane season.
Oh my.
That's like August, September, I'm pretty sure.
Hopefully.
I went on a cruise when I was in 8th grade in
my gosh.
August in hurricane season. It was really bad. So that, like, at night when it's pitch
Yeah.
black, lightning would strike like 40 miles away, and it would light up the entire ocean for a second, and then it'd go black again. And I was
so
like,
crazy.
one
That
of the
sounds
hallways I was walking down on the cruise ship, some of the hallways are like enclosed, but they're open on
Yeah.
each end. Like, wind would push me backwards
Oh my gosh.
while I was walking. And the pool, like, people were
Yeah.
motion sick. Nobody went out and about while we went through the like edge of the hurricane. Some of the ports were closed because we couldn't
Yeah.
dock there.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it was a 2-week cruise, which is super
Oh, wow,
long.
2 weeks, yeah.
But that part of it was like 4 days, so it didn't
Okay.
ruin our experience. But it honestly like
Yeah.
is one of the most interesting things. Like, if I ever played Two Truths and a Lie,
Once
fun fact.
You're gonna survive.
Yeah, fun fact. I cruised through a hurricane.
Yeah.
That's fun though.
Yeah, it was fun and scary, but like
Yeah.
sometimes that's the best kind of fun, where you like you feel safe.
Yeah.
You feel safe, but
It's a little
The
thrilling.
adrenaline.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I went on my first cruise in February and I really liked it. And there was one day where it was like really choppy.
that was for your aunt's wedding.
Yes! Oh my goodness! And it was really fun. I really liked it. But my mom and grandma get really motion sick, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
I felt like I couldn't enjoy it as much because I felt so bad for them.
I know. Yeah.
They
I
put
had to get the
like
bracelet
wristband
when
things.
I went. I had to get like the pressure wristband.
I get so motion sick. I
My
can't go
mom too.
anywhere.
One
I
time,
can't even go on swings, you guys. Like,
my
it's
God.
really
Feel it at
bad.
night, like during the cruise. Do you remember?
I'm actually pretty good about that, but
Like rocks you to sleep.
yeah, I kind of like that. I like it on when you're enclosed, but
Okay,
swings are no bueno.
I have a few questions that I
yes.
planned to ask you, but now we're getting okay.
questions, so I feel like I'm a guest too.
Oh, okay. This is what I want to know. I feel
Yes.
like you would have a good story. It's what's the most creative excuse that you've ever heard from a student, like for not turning something in, or like anything.
Something.
My dog ate my homework.
No, I'm trying to think through.
Have you ever gotten
like,
one of those though?
I've never gotten my dog ate my homework, but my first year teaching, I had a kid who lost it in his backpack. And I get that a lot, like I lost it in my backpack. And I was like,
lost your
Take
homework?
your papers out.
Just
and
go
find
through
it.
your.
no, so I was like, let's come in at break. We're gonna find your homework in your backpack. And he's like, okay. So he comes in with his backpack, and I'm not kidding when I take just a mound, like a ball, like a push-up ball of paper, and cookie crumbs start falling off of it. And then I look in the bottom of his backpack's just full of cookies. And so I dumped those out, and I'm like helping him clean it, and I'm smoothing out paper, and I'm like, we're throwing this away. I don't even care if that's your homework. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So that's not necessarily the most creative, but I've had interesting like plagiarism scenarios where I'm like, hey, I feel like you might have plagiarized, and this kid goes, no, I think what happened is my best friend stole my iPad and logged into my Google account and then copied everything over and then locked me out and then slipped it back into my backpack, and I just like had this elaborate story. So I was like, that is fascinating.
The heck?
Like I actually enjoyed that one.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, but I would love a creative, like, I don't know what it would be. Like, I was trying to stop one time I did have a student who was studying at Starbucks come back the next day and say while she was at the table, some guy walked by and took her binder and her phone and ran. And she like chased him down. And then she was like, why am I doing this? This is not smart. And so the next day she's like, so I don't have any of my work or my cell phone.
Like,
So-
keep the phone, just give me my work, please.
Oh my gosh,
bro,
but
keep the
I don't
work
know
in
if this is too much off topic, but
No,
I do have the craziest story
Okay.
for like work related. Like I couldn't grade, a reason why I lost a student's papers. Okay.
Shoot,
Okay.
So I couldn't grade like 10 of my kids' papers because I lost them. But this is the story. I went to San Francisco for a wedding, and I took my work bag with me, and I took my suitcase. And after the wedding, the next day, I was going to travel to a friend's house in the Bay Area, but I went out to brunch. And when I came back from brunch, my rental car had the back window smashed in, like completely gone. And all my stuff was stolen. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I went to the police station to report it, and they were like, get in line behind those 3 other people who had their stuff stolen. And I was like, I don't care about my clothes. But my work computer, my Chromebook, and my students' papers are in there. And in my mind, my students' handwritten essays are irreplaceable. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
They had me write out on the police station like an itemized list of what I lost and the price. And I was just like, student essays, priceless. Like, I don't know. So then my friend comes and picks me up, and she's gonna drive me to her house. And I was like, could you please just for a second drive around the block just to see if, like, I didn't know what I was thinking,
Yeah.
but maybe somebody threw my briefcase or my bag in the dumpster or something. But I was like, can you drive around the block? And I look out, 10 minutes, my friend's like, can we please be done? This is so pointless. And I look out, and you guys, all of my clothes were folded up on the side of the road, and a man was selling them.
Oh my gosh, wait, I think you told me this actually.
I
did not expect
and he was selling like a bunch of tourist clothes. You could tell it was like all these different tourist things. And I go up to him and I was like, how much are you selling this bag for? It's my bag. It's my duffel bag. And he's like, that's $4. And I'm like, rip off, okay? Like, how much are you selling this for? How much are you selling this for? And I was like, I have a question for you. Are you selling any Chromebooks or essays by any chance? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, this is my stuff. And he was like, I don't want any trouble, take it. But I never got the essays back. I got all my clothes,
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
all my pens, everything. But the Chromebook, I had to take my police report to the office and get a new Chromebook. But I was like, that is, so then I came back. This was over Thanksgiving break, and I came back. I was like, bad news for the 15 of you whose essays are still not graded. They will never be graded. We lost them, and here's the story of what happened. And I don't think they cared because the story was pretty good.
Good story.
How did you
yeah.
grade them?
I
Put them in an A.
I'm
Like
okay.
average.
I think I did the class average. Yeah, I think I did the class average. Or I just excused everyone from the assignment. It was one of those 2 options. But they're like, we're going to have to write it again. I'm like, I'm not going to make you do that. Because the emotional turmoil of that experience was enough. Like, I want to be done with this assignment for sure.
I went through so much.
But yeah, that's the craziest work-related thing that's
That
happened.
is really crazy.
Okay, I have another question.
Yeah,
Have you ever had to stop yourself from laughing in class?
all the time. But by now, I just laugh. Like, I don't stop anymore. I just laugh. But it became a thing when I first started teaching freshmen, like my 3rd year. I was like, oh, this is going to be funnier than juniors.
Yeah.
Because they're such fascinating
Teachers.
individuals. And my first year teaching freshmen, I walked across the quad and I saw one of my freshmen standing inside a trash can. And I said, hey, buddy, what you doing? And he said, I live here now. And I was like, oh, right. And at that moment, I was like, I think I just have to laugh sometimes.
Oh my god.
They're fascinating.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, especially like we were them, but I feel like they
Your
just keep
brother's
getting
a freshman?
shorter.
Yes.
I think I had him for like a day.
Yeah,
something. Okay.
I know. He told me.
Yeah. It's when you see the difference,
Yeah.
when you know a freshman and then you see the other freshman, and I love teaching freshmen. It's such a treat, and they make me laugh all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just they keep getting shorter, except for your brother. He's so tall.
I know.
But I just feel like sometimes I'll just see like little small people walking around, and I'm just kind of like shocked. But guys, we're gonna be seniors.
I know.
And
don't
You'll all
remind
be
me.
seniors next
Yeah.
year? Oh my
In
goodness.
like 5 school days.
Yeah.
What backpack are you guys gonna get?
Sophia the first.
Ooh,
Right.
that's a good
Obviously.
question.
The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Or Secret of the
Oh.
Wings.
I feel like you would get. Oh, it was in my head and then it went. I don't
Got
know
it.
if like Hello Kitty or something from My Little
Hello
Pony or
Kitty.
Dora. That might be a little targeted.
Bluey.
That might be a little targeted.
Minnie.
I'll give you a hint. She just got a new baby sister.
Moana. Oh. Who just got a new baby sister?
Wait, don't say it. Don't say it.
It's an animal.
Peppa.
Yeah.
Peppa just got a new baby sister, you guys.
Her name's Evie, I think.
I've literally never seen an episode of Peppa.
What?
My daughter doesn't watch it, but I knew Peppa had a baby sister.
Wait, I love Peppa.
I don't know how I knew
Love
it.
Like after kindergarten, I'd make my mac and cheese and I'd
Watch
eat the whole
Peppa.
box and watch Peppa.
Yeah.
That was just,
I just know that clip when she's on the phone with her friend.
oh, Susie.
She's sad. She's sad because she can't whistle, and then Susie goes, "I don't think I can whistle either." And then she goes, like I can't whistle, but she's like, and Peppa just hangs up the phone on her.
Oh wait,
It's so funny. I love it.
Yeah, I was gonna do. I had Doc McStuffins and Sophia the First when I was younger, like in elementary school. But I was like, I can't miss the opportunity
Yeah.
to do Sophia the First. So I'm really excited.
And it matches like your name.
well, yeah,
It's literally like you.
it's literally me. But yeah, I'm excited for a lot next year. I'm also terrified at the same time.
Yeah, like college and everything.
It
You
makes
know
me
if-
feel uncomfy.
If ASB is gonna do the the junior takeover thing,
Yeah, senior
Oh, yeah.
takeover.
yeah, where you like becomes like your
Yeah,
lab-
they like
okay.
do a whole like release thing or whatever.
Hey, I don't know what that
What is
is.
that?
You've never seen it like after finals?
No.
It's like the thing that they have a huge poster, all of the seniors go out and they just basically take a photo and then they'll get like confetti and streamers and then they'll just like this like massive photo and it's like it says like senior takeover because the seniors are outie and we're innie.
Oh, like on next Thursday?
Yeah.
Last day?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
No.
It's just like apps scaring, I guess. But like
Oh,
it's gonna be so
yeah.
much.
Just
it's gonna be so much
anticipating,
fun.
like waiting.
Anticipating everything, yeah. But I don't know.
But second semester will be fun.
Ugh.
Like prom.
Yeah.
First semester will be fun.
First
too.
semester is better though. It's still hot. You got
Oh, yeah.
Halloween, you got Thanksgiving, Christmas,
There's a lot packed
volleyball
in.
season. You're still excited
Football
for
season,
your
cheer
classes.
season.
Oh yeah, football
Yeah.
season. Yeah, everything. It's so.
First semester, they are very like unbalanced.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You know,
Like first and second.
yeah.
I feel like, well, I got a higher grade in APUSH second semester for some reason. I was totally expecting that to be the other way, but I feel like second semester is always harder in a way.
Yeah.
I feel like it hurts the most.
Me too.
It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Junior year, I think you guys will find this. I think junior year is insanely difficult, and for senior year, once you get over the like, as long as, and I know everybody says this, as long as you don't procrastinate,
We're
but
gonna
as soon as you
end
get
it.
over that hump of college apps, like it is it's smooth. It's so much like
Once I
senior year
do
was my
last
favorite year of
submit
high
on
school.
December 5th, I'm chill.
Yeah,
November 1st, early action, easy.
yeah. So once you get over that, it is.
It's just hard,
It's
like meeting
fun.
that deadline.
And you have more freedom and you have more opportunity and there's like senior yes, I was gonna
Yes,
say
you better hook
senior
us up this
only.
year.
Yeah.
Senior
so
only events.
it'll be fun.
Well, with that, we wrap up our last podcast of junior
this
year.
year.
Our next podcast will be senior year.
Wow.
Some people are ditching us, but they'll be back for the podcast.
Will you be back for the
Yes,
podcast?
I will be back.
Yes,
Yes.
okay.
We'll be
For
back.
the Troy Girls Talk.
Yes.
Love it.
So we leave you guys to the
Thanks
seniors.
for tuning
Yes.
See you
in.
next year, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen.
Yeah.
Thanks for a great year.
Yeah.
That's so sentimental. I'm so sorry. But, yeah.
Hags. Yeah.
See you next year. Oh yeah, I'm Sophia,
Oh, I'm Nicole.
I miss G.
And I'm Emily.
and this was Troy Girls Talk. See you next year.
Bye.